Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to dive right into a truly fascinating and honestly kind of invisible digital reality. We're exploring exactly how artificial intelligence is getting incredibly good at understanding your deepest psychology, and crucially, what that actually means for your everyday cybersecurity. We usually think of cyber threats as just purely technical things, right? Like code, firewall, servers. But today, we are talking about the human element.
So let's really think about this for a second. For the very first time in history, algorithms aren't just tracking what we do. They're tracking how we think. They're learning how we react, what gets us super excited, and, what scares us. We're literally moving from a world where technology just processes our inputs to a world where it actively figures out our personal vulnerabilities. Crazy, right?
All right, here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover the AI attention machine, the psychology of influence, the human vulnerability, defending your digital workspace, and finally, privacy is freedom.
Okay, Section 1, the AI attention machine.
Think about your normal daily routine. Every single time you hop online, you leave behind this massive trail of data. We call these digital breadcrumbs. It's your searches, your likes, the literal speed at which you scroll, your location history, and of course, your shopping habits. Honestly, you probably generate thousands of these data points before you've even had lunch. And every single click tells a story. AI systems are just constantly sweeping up this massive data pool to build a scarily accurate profile of exactly who you are.
And here's the real kicker. AI is completely optimized for your attention. It isn't just looking at the cold, hard facts of what you clicked. It's hunting for patterns in your emotions. It's actively learning what pushes your buttons, what makes you angry, what makes you anxious, or what keeps you totally glued to the screen. Why? Because your attention is incredibly valuable. The longer you stay engaged, the more ads they can serve you, and the more profitable the whole system becomes.
Moving right along to Section 2, the psychology of influence.
Well, it turns out we humans are surprisingly predictable. Think about the heavy hitters: fear, conflict, drama, our deep need for validation, curiosity, anger, outrage. AI figured out super fast that these specific emotional triggers drastically increase engagement. The system doesn't have it out for you. It just mathematically knows that highly charged, dramatic stuff keeps you doom scrolling. So what does it do? It feeds you more of it, basically prioritizing a strong emotional reaction over neutral, boring facts.
So this cozy, personalized comfort zone you feel when you're browsing, it's actually a trap. It's what we call an algorithmic influence loop. You watch one emotionally charged video, and boom, the AI recommends another, and then another. It is secretly predicting and shaping your emotional state on a massive scale. You totally feel like you're making independent choices, but in reality, you're sitting inside a highly tailored echo chamber designed to keep you exactly where you are.
Which brings us to Section 3, the human vulnerability.
Think about the parallel between these two concepts because it's absolutely wild. On one hand, you have massive AI recommendation engines exploiting your curiosity and your need for validation just to keep you clicking. But on the other hand, you have cyber attackers using social engineering and phishing doing the exact same thing. They are exploiting those exact same psychological vulnerabilities, usually leaning hard into urgency and fear to make you panic and react without thinking. The ultimate vulnerability in both giant AI platforms and targeted cyber attacks? It's just human psychology.
Let's get practical. Section 4, defending your digital workspace. Look, hackers don't just want a single password. They want all the puzzle pieces of your identity. We're talking customer details, medical records, legal documents, financial data, the whole shebang. And remember, even a completely boring internal memo can become incredibly dangerous when a bad actor connects it to other data points. Protecting this stuff isn't just an IT problem. Literally every single person in an organization acts as part of the human firewall.
12. Yep, 12. That is the absolute bare minimum number of characters you need for a strong password today. Wondering why? Because automated hacking tools can crack an 8-character password in literally less time than it takes you to blink. They test thousands of combinations instantly. If your password is short, your front door isn't just unlocked, it's wide open.
So, to beat those automated tools, you need real complexity. Mix up upper and lowercase letters, throw in some numbers, use special characters, and never ever reuse the same password across different systems. Actually, if you only take one single thing away from this whole explainer, let it be this. Always enable multi-factor authentication. MFA, do it! Because even if your complex password gets stolen in some massive breach, MFA ensures the attacker still hits a brick wall. And when you inevitably get that super urgent email that's designed to make your heart race and make you panic, you have to break the attacker's spell. First, just stop, take a breath, and don't click anything. Second, carefully double-check the actual sender's email address, not just the name that pops up. Third, if it's a weird request, verify it directly with the person through a totally different channel, like a phone call. And finally, report it to your security team immediately.
Now, we absolutely have to talk about how we use AI itself at work. When you're using AI tools like ChatGPT to help you write emails or brainstorm, you must never feed them sensitive information. No medical info, no passwords, no confidential contracts. Zero. Why? Because the consequence is a total loss of control. The second that sensitive data enters an external AI model, your organization has completely lost it. It could literally be used to train the model and get spit out to someone else entirely.
Also, remember that defending your digital workspace means defending your physical space too, especially if you work from home or a coffee shop. It is shockingly easy to make a physical mistake that ruins your digital security. Doing a careless screen share, working on sketchy public Wi-Fi, or just leaving an unattended document sitting on your table while you grab a latte is just as bad as having a terrible password. Always lock your screen when you step away and stick to approved USB drives.
Finally, Section 5. Privacy as freedom.
You see, privacy is about so much more than just keeping a secret. Practicing good cyber hygiene actually stops that invisible behavioral analysis we talked about earlier. By protecting your data, you're protecting your human autonomy. You are preserving your basic right to think independently and make decisions for yourself, without being quietly steered by some algorithm or exposed by hackers. In our modern world of superintelligent systems, privacy isn't just a setting on your phone, it's directly tied to your actual freedom. I'm Maya from Privacy Club, and I really want to leave you with this one final provocative thought to chew on. How much influence should these systems actually be allowed to have over how we behave and think? If this explainer got you thinking about your own digital autonomy and the psychology behind cyber threats, make sure to join our community so we can keep mastering this stuff together. Stay safe out there and stay independent.